Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another recipe for adventure. I'm your host, Freebie Wits, and here with me, as always, is my good friend Sai. Sai, say hello.
Hey everyone, it's nice to see you all once again.
That's my line. How
I
dare
know,
you?
I'm allowed to say it too. There's
But
nothing in my contract saying I can't.
we don't have contracts, though.
Yeah, so there's nothing saying I can't.
D- uh, you are technically correct.
The best kind of correct.
It upsets me greatly. Anyways, let's start off like we usually do with a question. And my question is, have you ever played a character that has had multiple identities?
Hmm.
I, I,
Um.
I can hear
Do
the
you?
thinking cap in your voice.
Well, I guess I should ask. Do you mean like multiple personalities, as in like an actual like disorder, or as in just has multiple identities?
I'm thinking more like Batman Clark Kent, sort of multiple identities rather than Moon Knight.
Yeah, because I'm not like off the top of my head. I probably have one that's a bit more appropriate, but the first one that came to mind, I can't remember his name, but
Let's just give him a temporary name. How about we call him Bob for now?
yeah, no, I can't remember his name. Well, I'm going to call him anything. I'm going to call him Jones
Okay, Jones. All right.
for what will become very apparent in a short second.
Okay.
So, it was a campaign, uh, run in GURPS, the
Mm-hmm.
generic role playing system.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the one that's like seems like cool when you initially look at it, and then realize it is so complicated. You can do everything and anything, including destroy the entire universe for like less points than the average character.
The amount of detail that goes into character creation and
Yeah,
what they can
it's
or can't do is kind of ridiculous from memory.
yes, you could. Yeah, with GURPS you can build literally anything, which is its strength and its greatest weakness.
Oh yes, no, I do recall. It's a fun
Yes.
system, but anyways, you as
So,
Jones.
yeah. So I played Jones. I can't remember his actual name. It's been a long time now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But Jones, you know, Jones comes up and he's a member of the party. And basically everyone is like adventurers, effectively hired by a rich like entrepreneur
Okay.
to find, like to investigate a rumor that you know Heracles's 12 trials actually did happen, and the location of one of his trials and like the prize he was given is still there.
Oh.
And it's like, oh, okay. And so basically, what happened is a Indiana Jones style adventure, going to the various like ancient Greek ruins, investigating like places where Heracles supposedly did his trials, and finding like clues leading, it's like finding stuff. And it was full on like had the I don't remember if it's the Nazi. Well, like the typical like government bad guys doing stuff. But the important thing is that I played Jones,
Mm.
who used a whip and a pistol and had like wore his wide brim hat.
He was
Basically, I
Indiana
I played
Jones.
I played the Indiana Jones of the Indiana Jones campaign.
Sure. Okay, makes
I
sense.
I became a sort of like de facto leader type character who helped lead the party. But the trick is, the entire time, I was a CIA mole.
Oh.
My actual identity was a spy who worked for the CIA, who heard about this whole like crazy situation going down, and so created the identity of Jones, a wannabe archaeologist who wanted to help protect everything, and I was the final boss of the campaign.
Because all the,
Be-
the the trial of Heracles, the artifact, the
yeah,
treasure, has
yeah. The treasure was Heracles' extra lives, the final treasure.
hot
And
damn.
so like the American government wanted it, and so I engineered a situation the American government was coming in, sending in their agents,
Yeah.
and basically they got into a shootout with our side, our side, the
Yep.
adventurers' side,
Yep.
and shoot out both sides. And in the middle was Heracles' lives. And I called out to my compatriots, "Give me cover! I'm going in to collect it." And so I had spent the entire time befriending, the adventurer party
Yep.
while selling out all the info I could to not be suspicious to the CIA.
So in this moment, it looked like you were drawing like a brave, like risky moves. Like
Yeah,
don't. It's
but
like,
correct it. But you see, the thing is, I yelled it out.
yep. You didn't direct
So
it at
both
anyone
so both
specifically
sides gave me cover
without shooting at you.
without shooting at me. But here's the thing: the CIA had also kind of shafted me a couple of times by not giving me
Oh.
important information that I needed. And so once I got to the middle, I took the 12 lives for myself and became
Oh.
the final boss.
Oh, hot damn.
So yeah, like when I think of a character who played multiple identities, that is technically the first one that came to mind, and that's a really fun one that I remember fondly
Oh.
because of the fact that it
You,
was
you
I was the villain all along.
like was that planned with the DM from the beginning, or did you just
Um,
go like
the
roleplay
the
wise?
the fact that I was going to steal it for myself, I planned with the DM like the session or two before
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like I've at the end of every session when I was like just lightly chatting because it's like you're friends with your DM
Sure.
hopefully,
Yeah.
and so
Otherwise, why else would you play with them?
whenever I had the chance, I would chat with him and then give him like the what I would report.
Oh, as a CIA agent,
And
of course. Yeah.
yeah, as a CIA agent, so off to the side, off between sessions,
Mm-mm-mm.
and I let him know like, hey, the CIA has been really like shafting me lately.
Mm-hmm.
They have not been giving me the information I need to succeed, and I have nearly died several times. I am going to take it for myself
Oh,
because giving it to them when they keep letting me down, I don't think is like worth it anymore. So
screw
I am
that.
going to take it for myself.
Oh.
And then he's like, okay, cool. You know the general system for GURPS. Build me a final boss, and
Oh.
you can be the final boss. And then the situation just ended up with the two sides shooting at the section. The DM set up perfectly. I made the call out. I ran in. I collected it. I took it into myself. I became the big bad.
So I get
Final boss fight. Let's go.
I gotta ask. So who won?
Naturally, the adventures.
The adventures, naturally, of
Like,
course, of
well,
course.
I literally like I am a fair DM.
Mm-hmm.
I like to build stuff so that the party can have a
A
successful
chance.
victory.
Sure.
And so what I did was I made a cool boss fight and I gave myself a couple of lives, but after like the third life, like the power kind of got too much and my my character Jones like exploded from all the
The
power
power.
that was like building up inside of him.
Okay. I appreciate the restraint. That's really good of you.
Yeah,
Oh.
but yeah, like I want like I as soon as I was like the bad guy from the start, I'm like my goal for this campaign is to lose
Mm-mm-mm.
because that is what makes the best story.
Sure.
Like you want the most players to win and feel happy, and
Yeah.
in turn, my happiness for that campaign was to be able to pull off the whole villain reveal.
Mm-mm-mm.
And so I had already technically won as a player, and so I now needed the rest of the party to win as players.
Everybody wins. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, I, I would have liked to have met Jones before he exploded from eating too much power.
Yeah.
Alright, so my character that has multiple identities, and I think Sai suspects who
I'm,
this character is.
I mean, as soon as you gave the question, I'm like, but which one?
Oh, wait, what do you mean which one?
Exactly what I just said.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I have this character named Jacques Lamasque, and he is a reoccurring NPC that I have in my universe. He is the god of trickery as well, all that stuff. And the way to worship him is to basically steal his identity. So if you see a bunch of people with masks running around in patchwork cloaks, you know they're, worshippers of that specific god. And I've decided to play one of these followers once in The Curse of Strahd. And he decided to steal Strahd's friendship and take his soul away from Vampire. But the important thing is, Jacques, the way I played him, was very, very good at impersonating people. He was a changeling, he had multiple identities, and his base identity has no name, just because, like, he was never given one. So he just decided to go with Jacques, and everybody always thought that was his default form. And in, like, the last 2 sessions, he took, like, a level in Paladin, so he had, like, Smite, and he was a rogue the entire time, so he had, bunch of sneak attack, and he had the Sun Sword, which dealt even more damage. And then when he hit Strahd, he got a crit with sneak attack damage and smite damage, and I think it was like the DM said I took off like 80% of his hit points off.
And then I took off the other 20% when I crit straight after.
So I played like this guy named Nethalias, and he was like a mage healer, and he just, what was it, an ice scalpel or something like that? That's not what the spell was called, but that's how he fluffed it, right?
Well, that's a spell I love to use a lot, but no, the spell I actually used at the very end, it was like the first time I used it.
Oh, maybe that's why I don't remember it so well.
Yeah, no, it's like Steel Wind Strike, I think it's called, where you basically teleport to up to like 5 targets and do a powerful attack to each of them.
Oh,
and
right.
then you finish by teleporting to one of the targets at the end.
Right, you did that whole joke of nothing personnel, kid.
Yeah, and literally just turn it behind him and just stabbed him with a scalpel.
That was
crit.
That was a very short boss fight. Like, not
it's not even. It wasn't even just a short boss fight. It was a made-up phase 2 for the boss fight that we already beat pretty damn fast.
It's not even the DM's fault. We just got ridiculously lucky.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. It's fun though.
Yeah. So that's my character with multiple like identities, because he had a lot of identities. But it's funny that how both of our like multiple identity characters have like really good BBEG stories in different contexts, mind you, but still.
Yeah.
Now, we are at the Pirate Cove, I believe.
Yeah, so we did planning, I believe it finished planning up, basically attacking the Pirate Cove, as well as finding the Pirate Cove without finding the pirates within as well. So, I think what we have to do from this point on is do the out at sea pirate assault.
Okay.
Because if we do not find the pirates in the cove,
they've got to be at sea.
At sea.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pirates at the Pirate Cove and copy-paste a bunch of them.
Yeah, the Pirates at Sea map, the pirate ship's in the exact same location, because
it's easier that way.
Yeah.
To make it a bit easier, I'm not going to grab all the pirates. I'm just going to grab most of them, including the parrot. And the idea is that those other pirates I didn't bring with us are at the cove waiting. And also, these guys wouldn't be drunk.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to spread them out a bit more. And
well, if the other guys are at the cove waiting,
yep.
Do we want to actually put them at the cove once they arrive at the cove? Because I think we were discussing having a fight at the cove.
Yeah, no, I think so too. Alright, so go back to Pirate Cove, and I'll grab the other 4. Control C, put them in the Pirateless Cove, Control V, and I'll take them out of the water because they may or may not be able to swim. which would be very ironic for pirates, all things considered. All right, so we don't have to have them drunk, I don't think. These
Yeah, no.
guys.
Specifically, if you if we are doing the Pirates at Sea type map, they're not drunk at the moment. But having them split up into two groups makes it so it's a bit of a fairer fight, I think. I
Still
like that.
balanced, yeah. Okay, open character sheet.
Oh, and we can have there be like a little rowboat. Because often like the like large pirate ships will have like a small rowboat
Oh
for like
yeah.
the so that's how you can get to the pirate ship outside. You take the rowboat, and so the pirates are like, "Oh, the rowboat's coming. Don't pay too much attention. You can get onto the ship before they suspect anything super strange. If you're
Hmm.
lucky."
So wait, where are we right now? Pirates at Sea?
Um. So like, I'm just trying to remember where we got up to in writing. Because yeah, we moved to the map Pirates Cove. Because yeah, actually, one X. Okay. Because we're at
Oh, I
so
see.
yeah, this section here. After defeating the pirates on their ship and cove, go to X1. So yeah, roll on the cove and tunnel encounters table is kind of where we were up to, and we finished off by making the actual cove and tunnels encounter.
Mm-mm-mm.
So yeah, the pirate cove is found at 7, and the pirates found at sea is 8. And it was like we said, roll it 1d6 to see what was in the cove. Do we want to change that now that we had the idea of splitting the pirate into two groups?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
So instead of all right, so roll in the cove. Wait, I
yep.
still want them to roll actually on the table because the table's still
Well,
good.
the table's for like random encounters along the way.
Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at. And okay, instead of saying that, then, let me just double check. Yada yada yada. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
Along the way, so we don't have to change the random
yeah,
encounters too much.
I'm going to call Pirateless Cove Shipless Cove
Shipless Cove. Oh, yeah. Oh,
instead of Pirateless Cove, Shipless Cove,
okay, okay, okay. That's a good one.
because this way we can still have like the couple of pirates here,
Okay.
and maybe and it's like because like two deckhands, two sharpshooters, that feels like a little like lackluster.
Hmm.
So adding like maybe an aquatic creature to help out
Yeah.
might be good.
And it won't turn up at the cove if there's a ship there because it just doesn't want to be involved.
Yeah.
What kind of sea water creature do we want to throw in there?
Um. Well, I mean, maybe maybe a giant octopus,
Giant
because the giant
octopus.
octopus was already like part of the Govan Tunnel encounters.
Mm-mm-mm.
Um, it's like suitable for the pirates to have as like kind of like a friendly creature.
It's a thing. Yep. Giant octopus. I don't seem to have it on file for some reason. If you just want to throw them there, I'll go on to the writing bit.
Um, yeah, I don't think. Yes, give me a second. I guess I did not collect a giant octopus. Giant oct. Because if I don't have it on file, I'll have to make it. But no, giant octopus.
Okay, so
Cool.
we're in IX. Being led in
Yeah.
connection with waterways, the highest branching paths, streamline complex systems, yada yada yada. Okay, I think we want to change some of. Yeah, like you said, we do want to change some of this. Um, wait.
I have made a new tab called Castronopolis, and I am putting stuff into the Castronopolis section.
All right, let's see. So it's not completely determined if the players will get the pirate ship first or the pirate cove
Yeah.
first. All right, let me just think. So what made them go to IX? That's if they get defeated, right? Yes. Okay, so if they're
Yeah,
defeated, they go to IX. Alright.
because they have to search for the pirates themselves without getting any clues.
Right. Alright, so if the players find the pirate ship first. Okay, hang on. They then face a group of pirates and their captain in the Pirates at Sea map. Is it Pirates at Sea? Is that what we called it?
I believe I called it Pirates at Sea, yes.
Pirates at Sea. Yep, excellent. After the defeat of pirates on their ship, and okay, no, we don't want that. Yet we want that as number 3. So a ship in Cove, go to XI. But anyways, go to have the players roll at advantage on. Oh wait, hang on. 1 bit of loot is a map that will lead the players to the pirates' cove. To the pirates' shipless cove. So if they're in the pirates at sea, they beat everyone up. They loot them for their swords and whatnot, but they also find a map, which will take them to the cove. Do we want to do anything specific about this encounter on the ship?
Well, if they go to the ship first, they can't approach via the pirate rowboat.
No. So they have to do this stealthily, or like they'll.
Yeah, they have to do it via stealth, or they will potentially get like cannons fired at them.
Oh yeah, cannons. Okay. All right. In that case, I will make that as a note. Players can make a stealth check to approach the pirate ship. What's the DC of the parrot? And we might even give them an advantage if they're flying. Let's see, perception. What's their skill? They do not have the perception skill.
No, pirates, unless they're actively doing it, they're not too good. The parrot has passive perception 11.
So not great.
No.
Do we want to make it a 12 if he's... Oh, wait, we don't even... Nah, he doesn't have to be flying around. So skill check DC 11 to approach the pirate ship without cannons being fired. And this is one thing I want to put in that I'm pretty proud of just thinking right now. Every 2 points below 11 that was rolled for the stealth check, the pirates can fire 1 cannon at the party, minimum 1, maximum 4.
Now,
as they spin. Yep.
What is important here is that the cannons do 8d10 damage. That's going to kill the person if it hits them at level 3. So we should note that they only fire the cannons if the players are with a vessel.
And I want them to destroy the...
aim to sink their vessel.
As they spin. Ship around. the pirates are aiming to sink the player's vessel and then rob them, because cannonballs make messy and unlootable corpses.
Mm-hmm. Because yeah, it doesn't make sense to fire a cannon at a swimming person.
No.
It's a bit too crazy of an idea.
Generally unlootable corpses. There we go.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to have there.
I'll mention then. Players have advantage on stealth if they swim in the water. There we go. Alright, so they go to try and fight the pirates. They could sink, yada yada. Alright, what do we want to do from here? Like, do we want to give the pirates any specific strategy, or just have them act like pirates, just attacking the players as they go? Like, leave it up to DM even.
I think the general like stuff works out fine.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm thinking of is like maybe give like the deckhands like nets. So if players are in the water, like a net could be thrown at them and they could be like dragged back up on ship, like captured in a net.
Okay. That's right. I forgot nets were a weapon. You don't really see it that much in D&D, do you?
No, the net is like the least used like weapon by far.
Okay, page 146. Because it doesn't really end encounters per se, if I remember correctly. It's just
the net's a little too easy to get out of to be super useful.
Okay, so it is considered a martial ranged weapon.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Weapon prof. Okay, special. Yada yada. Where is? Here we go. Net. Large or small creature hit by a net is restrained until freed. A net has no effect on a creature that are formless or creatures that are huge or larger. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is pretty easy. Oh, you're just copying pasting it. That makes things
because
easy.
that is the most efficient way to do this, right?
Oh yeah, of course. So they can literally just hit it and deal slashing damage.
And I'm just going to put if applicable to the drunk trait.
If
so just yeah, because they're not drunk.
That's smart.
Yeah, but yeah, I just like the idea of like throwing nets at people. Like if they're in the water, throw nets and like haul them up. And yeah, just
the pirates will try to throw nets at the players and try to capture them for booty.
For booty!
For booty! Oh, look at this, lads. A bunch of landlubbers come to play in the ocean. Let's how about we taxi them across, get paid for our troubles, eh?
Because yeah, the important thing is that like the guys who are on the ship at the moment, none of them are really ranged users.
No.
So having nets to like throw at people kind of makes the most sense.
Yeah, of course. Well, what about the pirate captain? What doesn't he have any ranged attacks, or is he just a swashbuckler type?
Well, at the moment his stat block doesn't have any ranged weapons, but we did make one.
He does have a ranged dagger. He can throw it by the looks of it. So
yeah, he can throw a dagger 60 feet, and I imagine he probably has a bunch of them.
Okay.
So I guess that is a ranged option if necessary. And I mean, like, if the players have footing to make ranged attack from a distance, the cannons can fire at them. If they're in the water treading water, they're probably not shooting longbows.
Yeah. I might just grab that then. Hang on. How can I copy this entire table? Screw it. I'll just insert table. Wait, can I just insert a box and then type in it? Let me just see if that's possible. Shapes. Ba-ba-bum. I'm just seeing if this is possible. I don't know. Border color black. Okay, save and close. So I'm just going to change how this thing works in a second. There we go. Alright, can I edit with text? So I will say if players are treading water, they should have disadvantage to their ranged attacks. Does that sound about right?
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know about you, but the idea of trying to fire a longbow while I'm treading water sounds rough.
Oh yeah, like they talk about like having the right stance to do that sort of thing, and like there is no stance in water, generally speaking.
Yeah, theoretically, I think crossbows might not be as big of a problem, but that would be part of like the underwater rules.
Okay, yeah, no, this isn't working. I'll have to. You know, we'll just put a note here. Characters treading water will generally have disadvantage to attack.
I mean, if you needed a box, couldn't you just copy the tipsy drunk box and use that?
I tried doing that, but it wouldn't let me for some reason.
Huh.
Unless they have a swim speed.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, I don't understand what's going on there. Okay, Control X. Control V. What?
And you can move that. You can like move that around and delete it as you need.
Yeah.
Adjust it as you need it. Yeah, you just have to select all the text and then like all the box would highlight and then you could copy it.
It's weird and it's annoying. Fighting in water will generally have disadvantage to attacks unless they have a swim speed. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that's like a little note because like there's technically underwater combat rules, and like there are certain weapons that you can still technically use underwater just fine, spears, tridents, those type of things, daggers. But yeah, generally ranged weapons are just no go underwater.
Okay. Oh, this is messy.
It being messy is fine.
Yeah, I guess we can fix it later.
Yeah, no one can see this, so it's all good.
All
Absolutely no one can see this.
Okay, so what kind of loot is on these guys? So you got the
Well,
cannons.
we've got the same loot on the pirate ship, right? We've already got the loot found in the pirate cove and loot found on the pirate ship.
Ah, right. In that
So
case,
we don't have to describe new loot because the loot would be, well, pretty much the same.
all right. For loot, check X1. Check below. All right.
Yeah.
And we can expand on it later.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, no, there is one more bit of loot. For additional loot, check below. The other bit of loot that we mentioned but did not write down. There is also a pirate rowboat used by the pirates to move through an onto shallow areas. Okay.
That rowboat should be at the cove at the moment.
Oh. Never mind. Control
Yes.
X.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I see why I did this. Alright, so number 2.
Yep.
Alright. If the players reach the cove. Okay, wait, no. Not first, I don't. They will see.
In that case, I'm just going to add something to above about no stealth check is necessary if they have the pirate rowboat.
They will see some of the pirates working on the land. What's the octopus's stealth check? Character sheet. Stealth 5. Ooh, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So we can start in the water and just like kind of slither up.
Can roll perception. Roll perception. DC 15 to see an octopus moving to ambush and eat them. And thus be ready for it. Upon being attacked, the pirates may notice and join the fight, refusing to go into the water at all. Okay. So the octopus will, like, you know, as you said, slither on over and try to eat the players at that point.
I might want to put a little note, just like call it like a squid. So it's kind of like a kraken, but just uses the giant octopus. Just a tiny kraken. No, actually, no. I think octopus is fine.
Yeah, I was about to say, I wouldn't mind having a giant squid eventually.
Well, krakens have stat blocks, and those are very big.
They're a bit beyond level 3 players, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, the baby kraken's like CR15.
Jeez, yeah, that's pretty endgame stuff already.
Yeah, and that's the young one.
Yeesh, scary.
Yeah, but yeah, we won't have to deal with that. Sure, just
Remind me to tell you the story of how it wasn't a baby kraken. I don't think it was something. Actually, it may have been. Shoot, what's a dragon turtle CR?
I think a dragon turtle's like CR13, I believe, off the top of my head.
Okay, so side tangent. Long time ago, this back in the days of 3.5, I had a monk, and I decided to power game him, and he had, I can't remember all the abilities, but essentially there was this class feature replacement where instead of taking flurry of blows, I could instead make it so my next attack dealt double damage essentially, and then my DM gave me a crit spear for the monk, and then there was a section where there was this dragon turtle and this big tentacle creature. I don't think it was a baby kraken, but it was something with tentacles, and the idea was they were supposed to be fighting each other. We were all like level 10 or something at the time, I think. And the idea is we were supposed to run away from them while they were busy with each other. I did not do that. I used my double damage thing, but here's the thing. I also took a level in Sorcerer and gave myself the Bloody Blade ability, which basically buffs your next attack to deal more damage as a bonus action. And then I could double that and my normal damage, and then I crit because I had the critting spear, which also had more dice. And then I kind of essentially one-shot one of the creatures, and then the dragon turtle started eating it. And it's like, sorry, I know this it doesn't have too much to do with what we're doing right now, but it just
No,
reminded me of
no.
that story, and I'm very, very happy with pissing off the
Anyway,
DM.
while you looked at that, I looked it up. Dragon Turtles actually CR 17,
Oh,
but um, the Disband's Treasury of Dragons gave like an ancient dragon turtle, a young dragon turtle, and even the dragon turtle wormling.
oh, might have been a young dragon turtle. I mean, this was 3.5, so the CRs could
Yeah,
have been
changed
anywhere.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
all over the place. Sorry, that was a bit of a side tangent. Anyway, so they see the octopus, they fight the octopus, they fight the pirates, and then they eventually they find the pirate ship. Um, so one bit of loot is a pirate rowboat, which the players can now use. For additional loot, check below. Check below. In section X. Section X. Okay.
Cool. So yeah, beat the pirates in the cove, beat the pirates on the ship. Voila, both pirate like groups defeated. Technically the same pirate group, but two encounters of pirates.
Yeah, no, I get ya.
And cool. That's pretty simple. We should probably make mention that in the cove, it might be possible to see the ship on the horizon from the cove.
Hmm. At this point, after fighting and looting, enough time has passed that the pirate ship is now visible on the horizon as a very tall dot. That, despite being so far away, is still undeniably a pirate ship. Okay.
Because like no matter how hard and for how far away it is, there's always that giant goddamn skull and crossbones hanging right over the ship.
Oh
Letting you
yes.
know.
Put in brackets. Skull and bones give it away. So anyway,
So
after
I
this,
think now we can actually get to section X1.
X or XI, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think that might be enough for our first section of this of the adventure, because that's like so we were trying to befriend the other group, the traditionalists, I think we called them, Sagan, or
isolationists.
isolationists.
I think I
So
did use the
the
words
question,
traditionalist here and there, but yes,
yeah. So
isolationists.
the isolationists.
Hmm.
Do we think this is enough to get the isolationists' trust, or do we think they might want like this is a good first step, and they might want something else as well?
I think publicly it's what they needed, but like
Yeah.
behind the scenes they are kind of grumbling. But it's like public perception has kind of shifted against them because all the other Swagans which weren't decided, who were like sort of paying lip service to the isolations, like, yeah, you know what, I agree with you, have like turned against them. So the isolationists are gonna think, okay, we are going to smile and nod and all that stuff, but we are going to do something about this later. So I want them on the surface of things. Go, players, you have done the thing, hooray! If that makes any sense.
Mm,
Yeah, bit of
which means they could that some of them might be a threat later on
Exactly.
during the dungeon. Yeah.
Exactly. So they're upset about
Okay.
it, but they're not going to make it public yet.
Cool.
Um,
Then I think that would be enough to fulfill the conditions
mm,
for our dear Oracle,
yeah.
or priestess, I should say.
Upon returning
Um.
to Castro to the temple,
Oh, come
uh,
on, you can write Castronopolis.
I mean, I can spell it, but like they're still in Castronopolis, technically speaking.
Technically, yeah.
Okay, so upon returning to the temple, they will be welcomed with great cheer and celebration. Players can roll insight if questioned how they knew of their success. The isolationists will mention they had some sharks tail them. So players can roll insight DC, let's say 14. The isolationists expected them to fail. Insight DC, let's say even harder, 18. The isolationists, despite their smiles, are upset. Leaders. Okay, there we go. So we want the Oracle to give them the thing now, right?
Well, as I said, the priestess
Yep.
technically does not have the Phoenix Feather. She knows the location
That's right.
of the Phoenix Feather.
The players with open arms, even giving them a blessing. I actually, you know what? Yeah, because level 3 is actually a good time for this.
Well, at this point, it might also be time for them to level up.
A blessing. Where are the blessings in the DMG?
Oh, it's in the treasure section.
Treasure section somewhere. Because I really like the idea of
Yeah,
blessings in general.
it's at the back of the treasure. Give me a second. Let me just try to look into my own DMG as well.
Boon. Oh, they're called boons, of course. Alright, so we don't need anything like too amazing as far as like.
Well, there's like several different kinds of like those type of rewards. Is it just the boon for the basic ones? I thought the basic ones were called blessings.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Blessings of prestige. I swear there was a table for this sort of thing.
Whoa. Are you in the actual like boon section?
I might be. Dungeon Masters. What page are you on?
I am on page 228 in the blessings section.
Yes, no, I'm in the blessing section right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I swear there was more than just this, because I swear, like...
Well, you can make up your own, right?
I guess so. Okay, gives them... Oh, in that case, how about we give them one? Gives them a blessing. Giving them blessing. That allows them to... Do we want to give the players a swim speed, or something that makes it easier for them to survive in water? Maybe something like...
I like the idea of them getting a swim speed.
Mm.
Because that means that our next section of dungeon, we can actually do some underwater combat.
Gives them a swim speed equal to their land speed in salt water. In addition, she will also give the location of the phoenix feather. Players may level up now.
Now, where, like, what kind of location do we want to do the phoenix feather? Because like I was like thinking it'd be cool for like it to be like an ancient temple that's like sunk, kind of like in an Atlantis situation. It could also be cool if it was like the heart of an undersea volcano that is dormant and is hollowed out. And it's like the phoenix eggs in the volcano waiting for like a time, like there is a phoenix egg waiting for the point when the volcano is fully formed, and a new phoenix will be born when the volcano finally erupts.
I feel like we gotta save the volcano for more like epic level stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that said, I do like the idea of the phoenix feather being locked off in like some ruins, as you mentioned. And the way they find it in these ruins is they go, hang on, why is that building over there have like steam and bubbles coming out of its chimney?
Yeah.
So like
it's like the
so that's
area
why
of constant bubbles.
But like we give them like all these buildings with like air bubbles so they can sort of like what's the word? Frog hop from one to the other. Frog leap, essentially.
Yeah. So do we want to make the quote?
Yeah. Maybe I'll get you to make that
quote
map.
Dungeon, the ruins of an ancient sunken city.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna Control X, swap this around. Players may level up now, and then she will give the location of the Phoenix Feather. It is within. Oh, you know what? This can be a new dungeon, like completely, and we'll make a new document. So we'll just call. So what did you call it?
Within the sunken city.
Sunken city. Oh wait, sunken capital.
We referred to Castanopolis Coral as like the Rainbow Shield, didn't we?
Yes.
That's like the coral protects the sunken city, the sunken capital.
Sunken capitals. You know what? Sunken city rolls off the tongue much better now that I say it out loud.
The sunken. Well, do you want to give the sunken city a name, like the sunken city of? Because like the island's called Castanopolis.
The Kraken's Pearl.
Of Kraken's Pearl?
Ooh. Yep, Kraken's Pearl.
Well, I would make it all one word. So, just like Kraken's Pearl.
Oh, Kraken's Pearl.
Yep. And because that has that Sargon kind of thing to it. Kraken's Pearl.
Kraken's Pearl. It's like, are you saying Kraken's Pearl? It's like, yeah, that's what we said, except you guys put a space in between for some reason. Said it all strange and weird. It's Kraken's Pearl. It's one word. Yeah, you know, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, the sunken city of Kraken's Pearl. Kraken's Pearl.
Ooh. Sunken city, huh?
So, like, don't forget to include, like, air bubbles and stuff like that, but, like, otherwise. Ooh.
Yeah. Air bubbles. Maybe some ruin. Well, a lot of it's gonna have to be ruins. Like pockets of air bubbles.
Do we want to make? Do you want to make this a 2D map?
When you say a 2D map, what do you mean?
Like a platformer style?
Oh, you mean like side scroller style?
Yes.
Um, I could, but it will be harder for me to actually make the map.
Okay, avoid doing that. We'll save the side scroll idea for some other one. Sunken
I'm not
City.
opposed.
Mm,
It will just be tricky, is all.
okay. All right. I think that's enough time for us now. I think we've spent enough time on
Yeah.
creating and expanding on Castronopolis, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Freebie Woods, and this is my dear friend Sai, signing off and saying, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye bye.
Ciao.